Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review. Today we're taking a look at Independence Day Resurgence, a sequel to the 1997 Independence Day film. It's been so many years since, but is this sequel good? How faithful is to the first movie? Does it really work? Well, let's talk about it now. The original Independence Day film was just a fun ride entertainment when it came out. It's not something I would say Oscar worthy or anything, but it's still a classic for people to watch in the day of Independence Day, and still a classic movie about aliens invading Earth, but with some comedy quirky dialogue here and there, but pretty fun, memorable characters. So, the sequel decides to capitalize on those memorable characters and brings a lot of them back. In a way, the movie is very interesting because the movie starts off focusing on all these characters. It's showing where are these characters now, what are they doing, what have they been going through. Some of these characters got possessed by aliens and all that, and what's happening to them now, what's happened throughout the years. And we get to see that with all these characters, like the past president of the United States. He makes a comeback. He's now older and struggling after all the events and the whole alien connection he had. And of course you have the return of Jeff Goldblum, which was pretty much the highlight of the film, because we don't really have Will Smith too in the mix. Instead, in this movie we get Will Smith's son, who is following the footsteps of his father. His father fought and died of, I think, unknown events. I don't remember in the movie specifying why he died. He just passed away. But let's talk about first about the main plot. The main plot, as you can expect, the aliens are planning to come back. They want to destroy the Earth. In the process, we discover that they were specifically targeting the core of the Earth and suck up the core and all the energy of the planet and drain it all away. Simple science fiction plot of destroying the planet. But this time they find out the weapon that was apparently in another place, and then there's this secret guerrilla army that took them down and has survivals, and Jeff Goldblum has to go there to investigate and see what's going on. It's pretty crazy. But in summary, scientists have to investigate a weapon that suddenly became activated. And that's when they discovered that the aliens are coming back. The movie as a whole is very science fiction technological. There's a lot of fancy holograms. The planet's now super futuristic. They have flying ships. They have modified weapons using all of the alien technology that they took down on the first film. In a way, it's very interesting because the movie became also a futuristic kind of world planet for us, which I think is really great because it shows that people did evolve and play around with all the new toys during that battle. But at the same time, I can see audiences feeling a little disconnected more with this film because it feels less realistic in that sense, that technology has evolved and now the movie feels more futuristic, whereas the first movie just felt more relatable because everything looked like the way you know it now. So now let's talk about the characters. Like I said previously, the movie really relies on bringing the old characters back, and it's not entirely because the audiences want those characters, but at the same time it's also because those are the characters that work the most. Because in this film we get a couple of new characters. We get Liam Hemsworth, who is now a pilot and also the boyfriend of the ex-president of the United States. And yeah, a little complex story going on there. And we also have Will Smith's character's son, which I don't even remember his name because, well, the character was really weak. And I don't think it was entirely the fault of the actor. I feel like the way his character was handled was very badly handled in the script. His character, they were trying to make him interesting, relatable, and make people feel connection because, hey, this is the son of Will Smith's character. And the movie unfortunately does that too much. It's like the movie is constantly trying to tell you this is Will Smith's character's son, just so you know. Here's a photo. Here's a mother, oh, there's another father, just to remind you why this character is important. And that's the problem. Besides that little tiny fact, this character feels completely unimportant. Yes, he's a really good pilot, but the audience doesn't really feel any connection to him. We don't get to see him develop, we don't get to be intimately close with him, with what he's going through, what's going on with his life ever since he lost his father. What has been the process? What's his relationship with his mother ever since those events? There's like so many questions and we don't really get to see any of that. Interestingly enough, they rather focus on Liam Hemsworth's character as the main protagonist pilot of the whole film, which made me realize maybe the actor for Will Smith's character's son wasn't really working out and they decided to change the script more for Liam Hemsworth because his acting was more passable than the other actor. I don't know, but it felt strange that they make emphasis on this character and his relationship with a previous character, but his character doesn't really have, he has barely any lines or any importance to the plot at all besides just flying a ship. Liam Hemsworth's character is a bit more important because he's the boyfriend of the President of the United States. We get to see his relationship a little bit with her. We get to see a little bit the relationship with even Jeff Goldblum's character. Like these two know each other and we get to see him interact with other characters. And he also has a friend that he protects and they work together on this moon station and we get to see his relationship with this character in the moon station. And that's the development that the other character, Will Smith's character son, doesn't even have at all, which was very strange to see. For a movie that focuses on the nostalgia of seeing old characters, for the new characters the direction was odd. Ian Hemsworth's character was decent. I don't think it was bad. I didn't think it was that great either. But I think that was partially the script. Sometimes they try to make him like this I'm so cool kind of guy, you know. I don't play by the rules, I do all the stuff. And sometimes it just felt putsch. Like, yeah, we just need this guy to be a cool young guy. And you know, sometimes it just felt forced. But when the characters was relatable, when he had relationship with his other friend, I thought that worked well. His other friend, which I also don't remember his name, that's a problem. If I don't remember your name, it means that your character was not really relatable to me. The character still worked. There were some moments that his character didn't work, but as a pair with Liam Hemsworth, it was great for what it was. But it was interesting because the new actors were all put together in scenes, and then the old previous actors were also all together in their own scenes. We didn't get to see a lot of these two casts, the new cast and the old cast, get more together. They were pretty separate throughout the entire film, which was also a very strange choice. There were moments that they get together, but not a lot. But the main problem I felt with this film is that the humor is scaled a little too much up. For something as serious as aliens are coming to invade and there's this big mothership that's pretty much destroying an entire world, city, whatever, well, a full country or more than one full country, there was way too much humor and it wasn't natural humor. Humor is totally fine. It fits in the sense of a very serious film to take a little break and do some jokes. But don't joke me around throughout the entire film when you have a plot about the world ending. In comic book films work because they're comic books, they're superheroes. It's very unnatural. But movies like this, and where you're trying to make it relatable, feel real, it doesn't work out really. It really destroys the tone of the film. It's throughout the film a lot of cheesy, terrible, childish dialogue. I mean, if there was a children movie, if there was children characters in this film and they say all those things, it's fine. But these are grown adult men. They're old. They have white hair and all that. And it just, at times it was so out of place. The movie is visually stunning. The visual effects of when they're going through the mothership that's destroying and obliterating everything, and all the landscapes and all the aliens and all the shooting, the graphics visually, it's amazing. This is the director's best trait always, and I think he does really great that, which I think it's one of his better works compared to the last films he has done. I think Independence Day Resurgence is the most decent film he has done since The Day After Tomorrow. Anyway, if you enjoyed the first Independence Day film, I think you should totally check out the sequel. Not because I'm sure that you will like it, but because you'll have a good time just seeing all these characters back. You'll have fun seeing what were they doing. It doesn't really affect your love for these characters. You may not find the movie interesting, you may not find the movie has fun, but the characters don't completely change, and the characters still act the way that you think they should. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but a character is not ruined basically. The new characters don't really work that much, but the old characters still work the way they should. I still think Independence Day Resurgence is a decent film. Not that great, not terrible either, as some have put it out there. But I still think it's a fun, entertaining watch. If you just like seeing aliens invade the planet, I think you'll have a fun watch with it. Maybe wait for it on Netflix or renting it. But if you're a fan of Independence Day, then yeah, you should totally go see it on the movie theater. Anyway, I give Independence Day Resurgence a 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching this movie review. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you have seen the film, what are your thoughts on it, did you enjoy it, did you not like it, what were your favorite moments? Just let me know and we can totally discuss it on the comments. And stay tuned for the next movie review. Still not sure which one will be the next, but stay tuned. See you next time.